Yeah, I'm taking this back to the early 2000s again, just for another game that barely anyone has ever heard of. 2001 to be precise, and I am talking about the sort of like action combat game, third person action combat game, Oni, which came complete with cool anime-esque cutscenes that were not really in the game much more. I feel like this was a game that should have been like a spin-off of a TV series or have an accompanying TV series, and I think it just never did, or I just never saw it. Either way, I used to play the shit out of this game. I loved this game, kind of. Like, going back to it, I was like, did I really love it, or was I just kind of obsessed with the aesthetic of the game? Because it's very, very cool looking. And for a 2001 PlayStation 2 game, it also came out on the PC. It looks really cool still to this day, and what it's trying to do is impressive. Whether it's good is a different question, should we say. Now, very interestingly, this game was developed by Bungie West, to be precise, which was a division of the same Bungie that then went on to bring out Halo. And this is the only game that Bungie West ever developed. But what is even weirder is this game was published by Rockstar. So Rockstar Canada, which is no longer alive, and neither is Bungie West. So, that's how well this game did for them companies. And overall, the combat and the controls in this game, they are very tricky to get your head around, but once you do, they're all right. They're acceptable. I understand what the game was trying to do. It was trying to blend sort of hand-to-hand martial arts combat with like your everyday sort of gunplay. It wanted to be the Matrix, really. It wanted to be the Matrix, and this game is so Ghost in the Shell, Akira like styled that is painful. Like, at some points you could be forgiven for thinking that this was a Ghost in the Shell game. Even like the general look of the game, like how your character dresses, is very similar to like the look in Ghost in the Shell. And I get that the developers say that it was like heavily influenced by Akira and Ghost in the Shell, but it's been influenced and then there's like flat out ripping off. But this teeters the line of that, it's sort of like it's a little bit too close. Never actually fully completed this game, if I'm being completely honest with you, and I still to this day don't quite know why it's called Oni. Look at that, I left a loading screen in the game. Fantastic. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why it's called Oni. Probably someone can correct me if you like this game or played it a lot. I've always wondered if the Oni in this game is at all reference to Oni in the Halo universe, which would be interesting. It's Bungie, so you never know. It's not like Marathon and Halo have ever crossed over. Not. But yeah, overall, this is a pretty fun game. You're very acrobatic. You can move around quite a lot. The gunplay is something. Like, it's there. It's interesting. It's very sensitive, but I couldn't work out whether or not that was just the sensitivity of my controller or if it's the actual game. So the game would be great if it had like a lock-on. Like, that's what I've realised. That would be really helpful. Especially like the melee fighting. It's really fun. Like, there you go. That's what the guns look like. It feels like it should be a mouse, mouse and keyboard would work really well, which is probably why it came out on PC as well. So the PC version I've never played, but I imagine it probably makes more sense controller wise. I think the movement of this game and the graphics is very fluid. Sometimes it can be quite hard to see what's going on with everything just being sort of like a brown warehouse. Again, this is only in like images of the very first level, so I don't want to give away any sort of spoilers. So it's just the first level. That's kind of what I do. If you watch my videos, that's kind of it now. That's what I do. One of the biggest gripes I do have with this game, though, is on the front cover of this game, you can clearly see the main character holding like 2 guns, but you can only ever hold 1 gun in this game. And I just think that's false advertising, But it is what it is. It's one of them things that have bugged me since I was really, really young. But I guess it doesn't really matter now. Anyway, this is one of them games that I don't know how many people actually played. It said it sold quite well. It got very middle reviews when it came out, so it'd be interesting to see if anyone else absolutely loves this game or it's just another game like it is to me. Well, actually, no, I say that. I think I've been jaded on going back to replay it and realizing that it's not as good as I once thought it was, should we say. But yeah, that's me just talking about one of my other games I used to play on the PlayStation 2 back in the day. If you did play this game, please let me know in the comments if it's just me that was a fan of this game, or if anyone else has played it recently, and tell me what you thought of it, if it's still held up to your standards or you have been very disheartened by the game like myself. My name's been the Retro Gaming Goose. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, because there'll be plenty more videos coming out over the next couple of days, or don't. That's completely up to you. I don't really care. Anyway, here's a nice little scene of me getting absolutely destroyed by a guy with a missile launcher. Enjoy. See you soon.